This task calls for the use of a global array/list in order to solve a language translation problem. The task doesn't specify that it has to be done using a function, but by using a function we can see the usefulness of setting the dictionary of words to be a global variable. So let's begin by defining this global variable. It's going to be a global list in this case. Because we're using Python, arrays aren't available to us. So let's call it something like word bank. So this is going to be done as a two-dimensional list structure. So we form the main list itself, and then within it we're going to form individual lists. So for example, something like this. So each of the individual elements inside our main list is itself a list. If I space this out and then revisit each of these one at a time, what I'll want to do is put in a word in English, separate it by a comma from a word in the target language. So let's do like this, like this, like this. And then in order to extend the word bank, all I would need to do is copy the sort of syntax that I've already typed in and paste and so on. So here we have the structure set up for the building of a word bank. So off the top of my head, I'm trying to think of, I'm going to try and think of, say, French words that are in, when they're written in French, that they don't have any accents in them just for convenience on the keyboard. E with an upward accent aigu, isn't going to be a problem. So let's say we do words like, let's do monkey, and that would be sage. And let's do words like world, for monde and so on. Just any language will do the trick here, and even if it does have accents and you need to do a bit of work, then so be it. Let's say we do a word like wood and say bois, and let's say we have let's say plane, avion, and then something else that doesn't have an accent in it. Let's say sister. Let's say that is SOEUR. Okay, there we go. So what we've done is we've created a word bank. I'm going to press end on the keyboard, leave a couple of blank lines underneath it. Okay, in order to perform the language translation and make use of the word bank, I would like to be able to illustrate the global nature of this. So I'm going to define this as a function, and I'm going to call it translate to FR, just say translate to French. I'm going to take in the English word. I'm going to call it ENG, and that variable name will represent my English word. In order to use my function then later on in the main body of the program, I should be able to do things like print and then translate whatever English word I want to translate by specifying the English word here, such as the word world, and therefore it will pass the English word up here as a parameter, and then it will be translated here. I'm going to set this up as a function so that it returns the translated word. Okay, so this thing will be set up as a function and it returns the translated word in French. I'll just specify that it's the English word. Alright, so how are we going to solve the problem? What we're going to have to do is iterate through all of the possible pairs of words, all of the little mini lists in the word bank, and see if we can locate the English word, such as world, that we're trying to find. So once we've found it and we have displayed, well not displayed, but returned the word, then that will get us out of the function. So if I set this up as a for loop, even though I've got 5 words in my word bank, it will not necessarily iterate 5 times, because once it finds the translation, it will exit the function, bringing with it the French word back to here, and then it will be printed. So I'm happy to go ahead and use a for loop in this case. So I'm going to iterate through all word pairs. I'll just refer to them as mini lists in the word bank. Just write that in English. Okay, so in order to do this, I'm going to have to use a for loop. For I in range, it's going to start at 0 and it will never arrive at the length of word bank, whatever that is. Okay, here I have made a reference to this variable. Since this variable is defined outside of the specific function that I'm dealing with, that means that I can access word bank no problem from inside this function. And furthermore, if later on I wanted to print the entire word bank, then that will also work from the main program as well. So back to the actual problem solving. So if I want to iterate through each of these mini lists, I'm going to refer to them by number. So I is going to be the first mini list, if you like, the first word pair. So what I'm going to say here is if I go to the word bank and I go to the word pair at number value I, and I look at the English word, that means that it's found on the left. So I look at square bracket 0 inside the mini list. Square bracket 0 means give me the first value inside this mini list, highlight it in grey here. So if that is equal to the English word that I passed in, that I'm looking for, then that means that I'm ready to return the value of the French word. So I'm going to take a copy of this syntax to save me retyping it, and I'm going to paste it here and change the 0 to a 1 to point at the French word. Okay, so I'm going to say exit the function, returning the French word. Okay, there is a possibility that the for loop will expire without returning any values. So in the event that no value is found, that means that we'll be here on line 14, the for loop will be over, and what I'll do is I'll print a statement just to say word not found in the word bank, just as a kind of an error message, and then I'll return the empty string so that nothing gets returned, or rather, it's not that nothing gets returned, it's that an empty string gets returned. I could put something in its place, but for now, I'll just leave it as the empty string. Okay, earlier I wrote some test code here for the word world. It should translate into monde, so let's see if it works when we run it. There we go. So it's extracting the word for us. Here it's just outputting the entire global variable. Because it was set to be outside of all functions and above the main program, it means that we have global access to it. We can access it from inside any function or anywhere in the main body. Okay, to do some further tests on it then would be a good idea. So let's try a couple of extreme cases. So the last word was the word sister. The first word in the word bank was the word monkey. And lastly, we'll try a word that's not found in the dictionary. We'll try the word money. Okay, and let's try running that. Okay, so it's found monde for world, sœur for sister, singe for monkey, and then when we tried to find the word money, it said the word was not found in the word bank, and it just returned an empty string, so there's a gap there. There are obviously like lots of possibilities here. We could say untranslated or something like that for a returned value. We could even say untranslated and give the English word as well. So it just depends on the circumstances really of the real world problem as to how we deal with that eventuality. But because I set up my solution as a function, I am going to have to deal with that by returning a value to make sure that all pathways through the program do return a value. Okay, that's it. That provides a solution that does meet the requirements of the task.